Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. Alright, so I'm already down one game in my first arena run since the new Whispers of the Old Gods expansion, and, of course, with this brand new expansion, I got no interesting cards from the new set at all. The only cards I got from the new set were a couple of big expensive guys, a medium guy who has no ability other than taunt, and Power Word Tentacles, which is not that interesting because it's just a buff that gives straight stats, and it's not that good because it just costs way too much. I don't understand why they couldn't make it cost 4. I'm assuming they play-tested it and found that it was too good because of some weird things about how priests work, but it sure seems not too good. Violet Shredder is so good, I'm tempted to keep him, but I'm going to throw him away anyway and hope I can get some cheaper minion. Because I only have 3 cards. Ah, okay, I've got the Crazed Alchemist. He will probably work out badly, but he is an option. Oh, that's good. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I like to see in my starting hand. Because it means I should have something I can play every turn. I might not play them in that order, because I'm going to draw new cards. I spend this mana healing something. If my opponent plays something good, I might have to flip my priest and kill it. I think that's probably the case. If it was a small enemy, I could hit it for take some damage on this cleric and then heal her to draw a card. And while she's out, I draw a card from anything you get healed, but no, I am just going to have to sacrifice her to take out that raptor. Play him, flips her attack and defense, now she's big enough to kill him. Whereas before, she would have hit him, done 1 damage, he'd do 3 damage back, and only mine would die, which would be terrible. Even if I hit my opponent for 1, why give him the choice of what to kill? Just not good. He did nothing on that turn. I mean, he could have healed himself, but it does nothing when you're at full. So that's excellent, because I do that, and now I can play this guy, who is a great size for the casting cost, and if he dies first, he will give a bonus hit points to this guy. So that's pretty solid. Silver Hand Regent, so she's a 3/3, and whenever my opponent uses his class ability, like, she has Inspire, which means her text triggers whenever her controller uses their hero ability. In this case, whenever my opponent heals with that ability, she'll make a 1/1 guy for him. So, that would be pretty cool. I'm just going to kill her face. I'm going to play this guy, which is going to give both my guys bonuses. He is easily big enough to cover her and get rid of her. And then I can hit you for 3. And my guys are still not all that fragile. Did my opponent use the coin? I didn't even notice. Because I went first, right? So my opponent has that coin, the 0 mana thing that gives 1 extra mana once. I should have been paying more attention to whether... No, I think he used it to play the raptor before. This little log here only goes back this far. Not far enough. Anyway, so I could trade one of my guys to kill him. When he dies, my opponent gets a random card, a copy of one of the cards in my deck at random added into his hand. So he gets an extra card is the main thing. Which is okay. I wish, if his attack was a little smaller, I'd love to steal him with Shadow Madness, use him to kill something else, and have him die when he's under my control, because then I would get the card. It's not going to work out. So, I think I'm going to suicide this guy. I'm going to keep him alive, because I can heal him up. And, yeah. We'll get rid of that. My opponent will get the card, but I still... It's a very important concept to try and maintain board control. If you have board control, like, which means basically your opponent doesn't have any stuff, most minions cannot attack the turn they come into play, so it really limits your opponent's options. If my opponent has a buff spell, if he had Power Word Tentacles,
is someone injured?
It's not going to do him any good right away. Like, he could play a minion and then play... First, he'd have to play a minion to even have a target for it. And then if he plays Power Word Tentacles on them, well, that's fine, but they can't attack right away. If they had Taunt, it would still work, but if not, it'd be kind of sad for him. I need to kill her before I heal, because even if I heal my guy, my opponent will draw a card from that, so that's pretty annoying. Now, I could steal her and ram him into that. I don't know if that... Well, it would let me trade this guy for that and heal him. And I would draw the card. I'm going to do that because it's annoying. I don't think this is the best play right now, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. So I'm going to steal her. I'm going to use my mana to heal this guy. It's only 1 hit point, but I draw a card. And then I'll suicide her. Now this guy's big enough to finish that off. Now his ability gives my opponent a random minion, which is that. That's fine, I'll kill that too. Hit you there. And I still have the only minions on the board, which is a good place to be. That is a big guy. Although his ability, like if you play him when your opponent has 15 or less health, he gets another +3/+3. So he's huge if your opponent is like hurt when he comes out. At the moment, not that big a deal. He is pretty dangerous though. I'd have to trade both of my guys to kill him, which is not great. This guy would give +3 health to him, which if I had one more mana, I could heal him as well and get him into the range where he'd be big enough to survive. It's not going to happen. He does have taunt, and if he dies first, then he's going to buff the stats of one of my other guys, so I think I'm just going to play guys. These guys both have abilities that go off when they die, which is pretty good. I'm going to keep hitting my opponent, because I don't think it's worth trading both of these to kill him. If I did, the smart thing would be use him first, because I know I'm going to lose him anyway, even with the extra 3 hit points. Then trade him, and then his extra 3 hit points would be given to one of these guys. But I chose to leave this alive. I may pay a price for that if my opponent can do something about it. Okay, that was the wrong guy to give the bonus to. God damn it. This guy's job is basically just to die. So that was unfortunate. Shadowword Pain. Okay, that kills a small minion. It's a pretty efficient card though. It's good. It's based on the attack of the minion, so it could have killed this guy and ignored his bubble, right? Or if the minion had attack 3 but like 9 hit points, that card would still just kill it in one shot. So it's pretty good. My opponent's low. First thing you check is, do I have enough damage to kill them? Well, I've got 6. He has 11 hit points, so no. Like I said, this guy's extra hit points are wasted there. But I'm gonna kill that because it is pretty big and threatening. I'll draw my cards, see what I get. So I could play this, use this to do damage, and shoot the bubble off that, then trade this guy. I could do all that. There's some value to that, but I think what I want to do actually is this guy is see, if I play this guy, he's huge. This guy does just as much damage. He's not as tough. It's not using my mana as well, but I could buff this guy and then he's big enough not to die to him, and then just keep doing damage to my opponent. I think I'm going to do that. That's not great though. You know what? It's okay if this guy dies. I won't worry about it too much. I'll just play the huge one. He is big and Cthulhu-y. My hand was working out really badly there. It was good enough to beat him. I was in a pretty good position there. I was still at full health and he was down to 11. And I had 2 minions in play of decent size. But if I could have played 2 decent-sized minions, or 1 big one and 1 small one, I would have much preferred to do that than just put all my eggs in one basket there. But it worked out that time. Now, I always do the deck selection, and then 1 game in the first video, and in every video after that I do 2 games. Until I lose, or theoretically, if I get to video number 7, I will play until I win, or lose. Because there are not that many games left at that point.
Anduin versus Jaina.
Because it does end at 12 wins.
The light shall bring victory.
Okay, see, these guys are way too expensive for my starting hand. I don't want either of them right now. Give me more cheap guys, cheap guys, cheap guys. Oh, Power Word Tentacles is so expensive and bad. The reason is that it's so expensive, I'm guessing. I'm guessing when they designed it, they made it cost 4, because there's a Paladin spell that costs 4 that gives a minion +4/+4. Same number of stats, right? Why should this cost more? It's actually giving less attack. But priests have a bunch of things to manipulate that. First off, making a priest minion tougher means that you can heal them, which is pretty damn effective. But priests have a spell called Inner Fire, which you play that on a minion, and that minion's attack changes to be equal to their hit points. So if you play this on a minion, it now has a lot of hit points. Inner Fire would equalize the difference. If the minion itself was a 2/6, right, and then I played this on it, now it's a 4/12. Inner Fire, 12/12. And priests also have a spell that doubles the hit points of a minion. So doubling the +6 is a big deal. I'm guessing that they found in playtesting that it was too good at 4, which surprises me because it doesn't feel like it. Anyway, my opponent's got a bit of an advantage there. I'm going to hit this guy and then heal mine. I could just do 2 damage to my opponent. It doesn't really help me that much at this stage. I'd rather get that guy worn down. She can still choose to kill mine because she can do the 2 damage and then shoot right away and finish my guy off.
Speak to me.
That's a little annoying. This guy, whenever he takes damage, she's going to draw a card. And of course, she can just shoot him for 1 herself because she's a mage and they're annoying. So, like, I'd like to kill him in 1 shot. I can't right now. Although I can kill this guy. And I can play him, and he's a good big size. So my opponent has to choose. She could shoot him and kill him, which is great. But she's just going to attack with that instead, because, yeah, she's going to draw a card, and then if I kill him, she should be drawing another card. So she got 2 cards out of that, and killed my 2/1. That's a good deal for her. He's much better if you're a mage, although he's good with a priest as well, because you can heal him. If you could buff his hit points and then heal him, that's pretty amazing. This is so expensive. It would take my whole turn to do that, which is sad. What wouldn't take my whole turn is Clockwork Knight.
Right on time.
I'm not going to bother killing this guy. Board control would be nice, but I can't get it because I can't target this guy. I might as well just hit my opponent for 5. Let her sort out how she's going to do the 3 damage to kill him, and even then, he pops out a free 2-mana minion for me. So she could just trade both her guys and kill him. She wants to do that one first to see if the card she draws changes her play. So that's smart. Drawing cards is powerful.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
That guy's annoying because he has charge, which means he can attack right away, which works really well with his bubble to help him take something out. So this guy's death rattle doesn't help me at all. If I had any secrets in my deck, then when he died, he would pull one out. But why did you suicide that to do 2 damage to him? Because I can just heal him. I'm a priest. I won't be able to do as much with my turn if I do that. But it's okay. I'm going to kill this guy. Now that he's used his bubble, he's already in play. Neither of his abilities do anything anymore. Right? They both happened when he came into play. He's used both of them now. This guy, however, is that glowing sparkle there means he has +1. He has spell damage. So mages have a lot of damage dealing spells. I'd rather him be gone. Again, that effect was showing that I would have got a secret, but I didn't have one. I am going to hit you for 5. He's not worth my effort to kill him at this point. I'm going to play this guy, who is pretty tough. He has taunt, and he can't be targeted by spells. Now I can't heal him either. So he can't be targeted by hero powers, including mine. I can heal this guy though, which is why it seemed really silly to me that she's had her, like, 2/1 guy commit suicide just to do 2 damage to him. It happens more in the arena than in normal play, but really, you generally do not want to be sacrificing minions to do damage without killing the enemy minion, if you can avoid it. Sometimes you can't. So she just froze both my guys, which means they can't attack this turn. They'll unfreeze on, like, my next turn. But it also did 1 damage to them, brought them both down to 4 hit points, which means there's that spell that deals 4 damage to all enemy minions. It's a mage spell that costs 7. So she might be trying to sucker me into playing more guys so that she can kill all my guys. And that would be pretty annoying. Now, this guy will come out and be bigger than that, although my opponent should be able to trade guys to get rid of him. I am thinking what I might want to do is actually Power Word Tentacles. As kind of sad as that is. This guy would also provide a buff there. If I do him, can I do anything? Him and him. If my opponent doesn't have a Flame Strike, him and him would be a pretty good play. I'm going to guess that she does have a Flame Strike, so I'm going to heal this guy instead. Again, I can't believe Power Word Tentacles cost 5. If it cost 4, I could have played it on him, and it seems reasonable at 4. Blizzard does tend to operate based on stats. They're usually pretty smart about their balancing, so I'm assuming there's a reason that they made it so damn expensive. But, I'm going to complain about it forever because I had to pick that stupid card. So that's not a Flame Strike, which is good. Now, would she have played a Flame Strike if she had one? I'm not sure, because she keeps trying to reduce these guys to 4 hit points, and it's kind of suspicious. But maybe she's just trying to fake me out. I do know that if I play this guy and then Power Word Tentacles, it'll do 1 damage to everything, and it might work out for me. Ah, it's going to cost too much mana, though. That's 7. I won't be able to heal him afterwards. Ah, so annoying. So annoying.
I must consider.
No, what I should do is play this guy, because he'll be huge.
The Frost Wolves stand ready.
And then we're going to go, bam. I could heal him first, but since he's going to survive anyway, I might as well take the damage first and then get the full 2 healing, because he only goes up to 5 hit points. If I healed him afterwards, it wouldn't do much for me. This guy, unfortunately, is going to grow every turn. I can't really do much about that right now. I heal him, because I can't heal the taunt guy, and it wouldn't be enough anyway, because this guy's attack grows every turn. Now the Flame Strike. Oh, it's not a Flame Strike, it's a Blizzard, which means I was assuming it'd be a Flame Strike and the 3 hit points had to go to my big guy, but they didn't. They could have gone to him. If those 3 hit points had gone to him, then my opponent could have used this guy to finish my big guy, and it would have still been unhappy. If I had 2 spells I could play after him, I could get rid of stuff, but it's not going to work. 9 mana. I'd like to heal him. It's kind of expensive. I'm going to do that. I'm going to play this. Which again, he will give a big buff to one of my other guys if he dies while I still have any other minions alive. So my opponent's going to try and kill everything else first. If I heal this guy, it'll make it a little bit harder. I'll unfreeze and hopefully be able to attack next turn. This guy is so huge now. He costs 2 mana. He's got 7 attack now because I've been unable to kill him for so long.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Another +1/+1. That is pretty hurty.
Your magic shall not save.
Silencing him, because his stats are all coming from, like, an effect that modifies him. Silence basically gets rid of all card text, and it gets rid of buffs. Like it would get rid of this guy's increased attack buff. Okay, that's really bad that my health is so super low now. Okay. So I need to kill him. Do I want to cast Power Word Tentacles and do 1 damage to everything first? I don't think so. I don't think it helps me in any way. So I won't. So I will kill him. He has to die. Then I'm going to have to kill, like, with everything, pretty much. I'm going to suicide him to kill that, so my other guy gets bigger. And then I'm going to kill that because, yeah, he's way bigger and I'd like to be hitting my opponent in the face, but I can't risk it at this point. In fact, I'm going to heal myself and play this guy. He's very unlikely to die, unless it's a spell that will kill anything no matter how big. If my opponent has one of those, I'd rather use it on him, and then I play this guy who's even bigger. Speaking of even bigger, that is big and horrible. It did just enough damage to finish him off. And my guy's not big enough to kill it, unless Power Word Tentacles. Yeah, baby. I'm going to play this guy in case I get a chance to heal. Because again, she gains 2 attack every time anyone anywhere gets healed. Which means if any mass healing effects go off, she gets really big really fast. But even just regular my healing every time... Oh my god! Ugh. That's really annoying. She fireballed, which does 6 damage. It had +1 because this guy's giving her +1 spell power. Oh, everything is rough. I can't play him and do all these other things I want to do. So I'm going to play this. I am going to... No, I'm going to kill that first and then heal her.
Does this hurt?
Because she was at 4 out of 5, so healing her for 2 would only have healed her 1. Now I get the full 2 out of it. Yay. But she does get bigger attack, and I draw a card from this. That might be good to have. I'm going to play the Harpies. There's no one out to oppose it. The Harpy can attack twice a turn, so that damage can add up pretty fast. It also has just enough hit points to survive a Flame Strike, although now my opponent has enough mana to Flame Strike and use this. So she can kill all my minions. If she had a Flame Strike, she fortunately did not, she could have killed all my minions that had 4 or less hit points, and then 1 minion that had a 5th hit point. So because I've got a lot of experience doing this, I'm worrying about what cards my opponent might have and trying to adjust my play. Sometimes I will play weaker just on the worry of what my opponent has, but sometimes it's very worthwhile. If I just play all my minions out there on the board and then someone blows them all up with an area spell, I'm screwed. So I'm up to 2 wins, 1 loss. We call this the fork, because I was looking for a name for this state. It happens very often to me that I end up with at the 2 wins, 1 loss stage. Call it the fork. It's like a tuning fork. It's a good description, and now let's just have to see how much farther I can get next time. Please click the like button before it clicks you. And check out Tales from My D&D Campaign on youtube.com/Demonac.